Hey everyone, I am Michelle Lockie. I am a singer-songwriter for film and TV, also an artist, and I write a blog on writing and licensing songs for film and TV, and also like some motivational writing and how to overcome obstacles. And I thought it'd be fun to do a vlog instead of a blog because I know you want to see the glamorous me and not my terrible grammar in my blogs. But having a little wine, it's a Thursday night, so we can call it Wine Down Thursdays with Michelle or whenever I do this again. So, first, cheers. This is Maomi wine. It's awesome. So, I was going through some of my notes and I found a summary of things I talked about on a Taxi Music Ustream show that's in every Monday. And so I thought I'd go over some of these because I think it would be fun. But it's called Overcoming Success Robbing Obstacles to Find Success in Music. And these are some of the things that I went through and still go through. So hopefully it'll be helpful for you. And I have my funky dollar store glasses on here because, it's cool, right? Anyway, so we'll go ahead and go over a few of these things, and I will add some of these to the comments for you, any references that I use. So one of the things is thinking there are shortcuts. So sometimes we all want a shortcut, to go from A to Z without going through the middle, because it is a lot of hard work to get there. Sometimes we may Jones on others' success or think that someone else will do the work for us. But really, we have to do the work or pay someone to do the work, say the music business side, if you're not that familiar. But when it really comes down to it, you're the one who's going to have to write the songs. You're the one who's going to have to find somebody to produce them and provide the info and really kind of get the creative side going. So biggest thing is when you do the work, study your craft, learn from any critiques that you get, find some humility about that, because sometimes when we write a song, and I know I did, we think it's like the best thing ever, and it's really hard to take critiques from people at first. Listen to your publishers if you have publishers, or if you know a publisher, ask them to listen to your songs, your friends, your co-writers. Join, Facebook groups or forums where you can discuss your songwriting and get feedback from them, and be willing to change that song. Don't be so married to it that you're never going to change it. And that is hard. It's really hard to do once you get locked into something. And I still do it now sometimes. But then sometimes I'll just put it down and I'll come back a little bit later and be like, okay, maybe they were right and I should try to change this. Learn the craft of writing for film and TV, which can be different than writing as an artist or writing hit songs. Although some film and TV shows do want something that sound like hit songs, others want songs that are going to fit for their scene. So you're using a lot of general language, what they call universal lyrics that really describe an emotion. They're not very detailed. So find some resources for that. You can look at Robin Frederick has a few good books for writing for film and TV. Also, for those of you in the Washington, D.C., Maryland area, I'll be having a workshop on October 3rd. So you can check out my website for that. We'll be talking about writing and licensing for film and TV. Learn humility, because humility is one of the hardest things to learn, and just to be humble and to accept, especially criticism and critiques, and realizing that you're going to have to do a lot of work for this. So another biggie is feeling like you deserve it. I've run into this before and other things in my life, and I've felt this way myself, and I know some others can feel this way too. But some people think they either are such a good person, they deserve A, B, or C, or they've been doing something for so long, why isn't this happening for them and it's happening for this person over there? So we get this feeling of entitlement and deservedness, if that's a word. If it's not, whatever, it's a word now. That we should be getting this. This we deserve to have this. Why aren't we getting this? And it may be that sometimes you see someone else getting something, and now you're jealous and envious, and you want to have that for yourself, which is fine to want to have that for yourself, but do the work to get there. If somebody tells you, you really need to do the A, B, and C in your performances, then do A, B, and C. Don't think about doing A, B, or C, and then complain about it later. Really focus in and start to go after that. Try to, all of us get jealous and envious. Try to use that in a constructive manner to further yourself and be happy for those other people. And I've suffered from that for a long time, especially before I kind of started breaking through and been able to figure out what was working for me and what wasn't. And so it's definitely can be an issue. The next topic, and give me a second here because I think I hear somebody at the door. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so the next thing is wrong or destructive or stuck thinking. And that's huge. I was stuck for years and years, and it's so very easy to get stuck. And even now, if something happens that kind of knocks me off not my rocker, but just kind of knocks me off I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. I can get that feeling that, I just don't want to do anything. I'm going to go roll up in a little ball and not do anything, just watch TV. It's a lot easier than really trying to face what's going on. So thinking that something's too hard, that you're not good enough, that's a big one. Really, if you feel like you're not good enough, and it may be that, okay, from a talent perspective, then maybe you have to learn skills. But I'm talking from not only that, but from an inside feeling that you're not worthy or you're not good enough. If you're experiencing those feelings, then you really need to explore why you're experiencing those feelings. That kind of stuff, when you think that, can hold you back because you're going to think that you're never going to achieve what you need to achieve. You're always going to be stuck in the same patterns, and that can get you stuck. So you really need to fix that, and it may take counseling. There are books you can read. One of a really good book is The War of Art by Steven Pressfield, and also Do the Work. Both of them kind of give you tips and pointers on just realizing what gets you stuck. And sometimes just realizing that, I'm really sitting in front of the TV for hours because I'm too afraid to go do this over here, or I think this is going to be too hard. So I would check out those books. I've just started reading The Artist's Way, so I'll do an update on that because I've heard it was a really good book. And then The Savvy Musician is a really good one so far. And then The Six-Figure Musician also had a lot of good tips and pointers in it. So I would check those books out. The other thing is not having patience too. We all want it now. We want to make, money on our music now. So a mantra that a lot of us have in the film and TV arena, especially when we're sending off music to publishers or to what we call listings, when people list what they're looking for their shows, is to write, submit, forget, repeat. So it's just all about writing, getting the songs out there, pitching them, and then forgetting about it and doing it all over again. Just keep making music. That's the big thing. Proper etiquette is another thing, is just learning how to communicate appropriately with publishers and music supervisors. They don't like to be spammed. They don't, like to be like, hey, I'm just, checking in, or it's like, unless you know them really well. If you meet them at a meeting or a rally or conference, and you get their information and they say, sure, send me an email, then, sending them, hello, we met at this conference and, I'd like to discuss further with you your music needs or something like that. So you can start that relationship. As long as you kind of get that permission to do so. You never just want to send out a blanket email or just spam a whole bunch of music supervisor publishers, because they're not going to read that email. It's going to go in the junk box. Persistence. Keep learning every single day. Keep writing every day, even if it's you sit down for 15 minutes and just write something. Do not critique yourself while you're writing, or try not to. I do it still. A lot of people do it. It's called the editor versus the muse. Just write, or write topics down of what you want to write about, and then you can always fix it later. Join groups like the February album writing month. Find other groups that challenge you to write a song a week. There's one on Facebook called the Get Your Ass Writing Songs group, GAWS, and I've done some crazy things on there. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're just writing a song to the topic every week. That's it. And a lot of those songs I've actually recorded and produced for real and gotten them signed to publishers. So keep on doing that. I talked about networking. So meet people, make friends, collaborate. Co-writing is huge. I wouldn't probably be where I was without co-writing, without the help of a lot of people co-writing and kind of coaching me on how to write for film and TV. And it's really good to see a network and community of people that are willing to do that. And a lot of those people you'll meet at rallies or conventions or something like that. So check out film and TV conventions. If you can't do it, ask for help. And that's a big thing. For instance, production. I don't produce all my own stuff. I can produce simple things. But when I need something bigger, I have a network of people that I can ask to help me to do that. I think I talked about overcoming lack of skill. So I had to learn ukulele, I had to learn guitar, I had to learn keyboard, learn how to use Logic, learn how to record, learn how to produce and mix. So if these are all things that apply to you, then find out, okay, if I have a knack for recording and producing, but I need to hone those skills, then take classes, read books, ask people to critique your mixes so you can kind of get better. One thing, too, about being stuck is we don't want to stay inside of our own head. When I go through periods of being stuck, I'm thinking like all these things, and I have don't want to really talk to anybody, but I find once I do kind of talk to people, a lot of people experience the same thing, or just helps to just get it out in the open and not stay and think in your own head all the time. Focus. Don't do things that are not constructive. I'm not saying that it's not okay, I think I said that right, to sit in front of the TV. There are times for that. But when you're sitting for hours in front of the TV because deep down, you're avoiding something, you're feeling bad or stuck or lowly or not worthy, you need to get up and go do something constructive, because that will get you stuck in a big way. But sometimes, you've been working so hard and your brain just needs relaxing. There's nothing wrong with saying, okay, I need a timeout. I'm going to go watch a movie or something like that, because then, the people on the screen can do the thinking. You just have to watch. I'm just be aware of the things that you do for relaxation. Are they really for relaxation and just giving your brain a rest, or is it because you're avoiding something else? So be very aware of that. When you're writing music, I like to try, or I tried like a lot of genres at first, and that's because I didn't really know what was the best for me. And there are some people that can do everything, and there are some people you just narrow down and be good at that one thing. So if you try a bunch of things, you find, I'm really good at this genre and this one, but not so good at these, and focus on those. Or if you can write lyrics, say for blues rock stuff, blues rock is not my thing to sing, but I have friends and co-writers that are great singers and can play all that stuff. So I might write some lyrics and then they'll put some music and produce a blues rock tune for me. So you can do it that way too. And then some people ask me about, when you're pitching your songs and do you own your songs? Do you not own your songs? When you're writing for film and TV, you really want to do everything. And what that means is pitch it to places that are exclusive, who are going to own your music. I would rather have them pitching and give me 50% and own that song and get really good placements, because it's not going to be pitched anywhere else, than to not do that. You can do non-exclusive deals where you still own everything. You can do places that kind of buy your music for, weddings or people's birthdays. So kind of do everything and explore all avenues for your music. And I will actually be having more info on that, my live workshop, and then I'm eventually going to do like either record videos or do a Skype kind of session on that. So if anybody's interested, just put in the comments and I'll get you more information on that. So now that was kind of fast, and I think I will probably take my notes and put them in my blog. But if you want to check out more about my blog or the film and TV workshop and what's going on, you can go to www.michellelockie.com. And I don't know, I had fun recording a vlog, I guess you call it. So I'm just going to say cheers, and we'll see you next time.